gentlemen, we proudly present the Altoona Area High School Marching Band under the direction of Drum Major Julia McCauley and Sergeant-at-Arms J.J. Steinbugle. The band opens this evening's festivities with the Altoona Area High School Band Fanfare and the school fight song. The Altoona Area High School Marching Band. At this time, we ask you to stand and remove your headwear for the singing of our national anthem and the Altoona Area High School alma mater, both of which will be performed by the Altoona Area High School Vocal Ensemble under the direction of Kelly Sipes and student conductor Kira Mayhew. And now, an Altoona band tradition, the Downfield Lions perform to the band's Signet March, Barnum and Bailey's Favorite. Altoona Mountain Lion spirit with the Hay Song.
Good evening and welcome to Mansion Park. Tonight we are here to continue the Altoona Football 2022 fall football season. Tonight we have the Mountain Lions of Altoona with a 2-0 record coming in against unbeaten Mifflin County Huskies. They are also 2-0 after the first 2 weeks, and it should be a good matchup. It's a District 6A matchup. So far, Altoona has played the two tougher teams as they have beaten Hollidaysburg and Alderdice last week. And Mifflin County the first week beat Central Mountain 14-7, and then had a pretty easy time last week throwing their way to a 20-point victory over Shikellamy. So I'm Jim Abbott along with Chris Strahlmeyer bringing you the action tonight. And what should we expect from tonight's game, Chris?
Well, tonight it'll be interesting because it's really going to be a test of how good Mifflin County actually is, playing a schedule that is not quite up to the par of the Mountain Lions so far. And they are 2-0, yes, but they maybe have beat some lesser opponents. We'll see if their lines on each side of the ball can hold up tonight against the Mountain Lions. Now they do throw the ball quite a bit. They've put the ball in the air. Landon Eichhorn is 21 out of 31 for 268 passing yards here in these 2 games. So he's put the ball in the air. He's thrown 4 touchdown passes so far with no interceptions. So we'll see how that plays out so far. But tonight it should be interesting. The Mountain Lions should be able to run the football against these guys, and if they can run the football at will, which we kind of anticipate maybe that could happen. It could be a long night for Mifflin County, and they might be playing comeback the entire night.
Well, let's look at a couple statistics coming into this game. So after 2 weeks, Altoona quarterback Brandon Freewall is 4 of 14, but 2 of them have gone for touchdowns, and he's thrown for a total of 143 yards. Rushing the ball, the Mountain Lions are led by senior Alex Yost. He has 44 attempts, 291 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, and a touchdown also through the air. And then receiving, Yost is also leading that, and really he only had the one screen pass for 76 yards in the touchdown. So the Mountain Lions are led by those couple guys. Also, you're going to see Tyson Reed has had a couple touchdowns, again through the air and also on the ground, and a couple interceptions. It'll be interesting tonight. I believe that Mifflin County is going to come out and try to throw the ball. Their quarterback on their side, Eichhorn, has thrown 31 times for 4 touchdowns. Now he has one main receiver, but he passes the ball around. He gets it to a few different people for their 23 receptions. So it'll be interesting. We used to scrimmage Mifflin County up until this year. And this year we scrimmaged Du Bois instead of Mifflin County because Mifflin County we knew was coming in week 3.
And they do. I mean, we talk about them throwing the ball, but they got a guy named Deacon Schaefer here. You're going to see number 21. He has 40 carries so far in these 2 games. He's at 100 yards each game, 287, which is slightly less than what Yost has had. Yost has 44 carries for 291. So, we're going to see them run the ball too. They have a fairly balanced attack. And my question is, are they going to be able to tackle our running backs? Are they going to be able to stop the run? They have a little bit of size, but I don't think they move very well. So we'll see how that happens, how it plays out tonight. Beautiful night. Great night for football. Mountain Lions trying to go 3-0 here.
Well, the Mountain Lions definitely need to do some things off the bat in this game. Last week, I think they came in a little overconfident. Against Alderdice, they turned it over right away. They gave up a score right away. Then they turned it over again. Once they calmed down in the second half, they just, they put the pedal to the metal and scored pretty much at will for that game last night. Scored 4 touchdowns in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see if Altoona can come out calm, under control, and just play their type of football game. If they're able to do that, I think you're going to see a big night from the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, I mean, and the coaching staff addressed that this week about complacency and working hard. And you're 2-0, but big deal. Let's come out and work hard. I think you kept them out in the rain one day, and just, I mean, that's kind of what you need to do as a coach sometimes when kids feel like they kind of got it a little bit, and they don't have it. They're only 2-0. It's a long season with the tough part of the schedule really left to go here for the Mountain Lions.
Well, tonight we have military night. It's September 9th. It's very close to September 11th. And the honorary captain tonight is Staff Sergeant Scott Sheridan. He is a former Mountain Lion. He graduated here in 2001. He played for me when I was coaching back with Coach Dalton and everybody else.
He played baseball for me.
And he played baseball for you. He has done a great job in his military career with the Marines. He's been a Marine combat training, Marine police special reaction team, and he's a K-9 handler working with dogs. And Scott was a great kid, and he used what he got on the football field, and then he gave the rest of it to the military for the last 21 years. So he was a good choice for an honorary captain tonight, Chris.
Yeah, it's a good choice. This is a good weekend for honoring our military folk, both active and inactive, and the ones who have passed. We had a nice little memorial in the school. Mr. Jim Lowe, who's since retired now, but put a lot of work into that and put a little memorial of all the people who've gone to the school and have fallen in combat, and up to and including the most recent ordeal in Afghanistan and what's the other country I'm missing here? Afghanistan and Iraq. That's the country I'm looking for.
Okay.
So it's a really nice little tribute in there, and
it's right inside the main lobby of the new high school, B building. If you haven't been in there, try to make a point to get there. It is a beautiful building. Tonight we're going to start out with the Mountain Lions receiving the ball, and the Mifflin County won the toss, but they decided to defer their choice to the second half. The Mountain Lions said, we want the ball. So Mifflin County, Isaac Parksgill kicks off down to about the 25-yard line, and the Mountain Lions look to break it right away. And who was on that side? Was that Hardison?
I think it was one of the Yost had the ball there.
Oh. So looking at the Mountain Lions roster, they have 3 number 25s. So again, we hope we're getting the names right. We know most of the players, but if there's a name or somebody that doesn't play much and there's a couple different numbers, we apologize in advance. So the Mountain Lions will come out, free wall under center. And an official's timeout. Something's not right. I think someone's fixing equipment.
Shin strap or something. We're set now.
So the Mountain Lions come out in that double sort of wing with a receiver each way. Yost is back behind. Hardison goes around, given to Yost. Yost breaks through the first line and then is caught from behind by Giapalo Panzini.
That's a good Irish name.
Panzello. And a gain of 8.
So
for Yost.
Offensive line does a great job creating a hole there on the first play for the Mountain Lions, setting up Mountain Lions in second and third and short, which is exactly what they want to do.
So again, same formation this time. Reed comes across, given to Yost again. He drives forward, and he's close to the first down before driving back. They never got him to the ground, but they stopped him just a little bit short. So we're going to give him 1, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 49-yard line. They just need to touch the 50 to get the first down.
It's about 8 inches, 9 inches, it looks like, from here. It's not very far. So you might see this quarterback sneak here where they kind of just push free wall ahead.
Well, you've also got 2 plays, so they might try to do something a little bit different, maybe pitch to the wing back, and then know they still have a chance on 4th. Hardison goes around. Nope, they give the ball to Yost. He breaks free, and he's tripped up at the end there by number 12, Brody Rochelle. And he gets a gain of, we got to give him 13 on that.
Yeah, I mean, Rochelle just, saved the touchdown. It was all green after him for Yost, and he just tripped him up. Otherwise, it would have been a touchdown, long 50-yard touchdown from Alex Yost. Mountain Lions are set up, though. Good field position, 1st and 10.
Again, under center's free wall, fake handoff. He starts to run. He's going to keep it. And he is caught from behind. In that situation, you always have that triple option. You take it out of the fullback, and then you either keep it or pitch. And the pitch man that time was Tyson Reed, who looked like he had a lane if the ball goes out. But it's a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, and part of this whole offense is the quarterback reading what the defense gives him. And he's really done a pretty good job thus far reading things correctly, and he should have pitched that one, and that was a little bit of a mistake there.
So 2nd and 12.
And there goes Alex Yost.
There goes Yost, and again, Rochelle trips up his shoelaces at the end of the run, and that time it's going to be a 14-yard run all the way down to the 26. I think Yost is saying, why give the ball to anybody else? Just keep giving it to me.
Give it to me.
So the Mountain Lions up front are doing a great job in getting Yost to that second level. So they're handling the linemen that are up front. Free wall again under center. This time it's given to Tyson Reed, and he finds a little bit of a seam, and he will get down to about the 16. It looks like they're going to mark him at the 17. So Reed will gain 9 on his first carry of the night.
And Tyson's done such a good job this year of putting his foot in the ground and cutting that ball up the field in open space. There was times last year, and he has great speed, but he would always try to get to the outside, and that's not always the play. Right there, he could have stretched it out, maybe got a yard or two. Instead, he gets 9 by cutting it back up inside.
The other thing different tonight, Yost was lined up out at the wing, and they give it to him on a wing coming around. He is able to pick up the first down, get down to the 14. So we're going to give him a gain of 5, not gain of 3. Let's go.
Yeah, they bring in Mosley and put him at the fullback, and occasionally keep Alex Yost in and make him put him out in the wing there. They call that the A-back. A lot of times Alex comes out when Mosley comes in, but they left them both in on that play. That was a little bit different. Wasn't a big play, but got the first down.
And again, this one was just up the middle. I think that was Yost again. And
number 63, Elijah Osborne, was completely in the backfield on that play. The play went nowhere.
So Yost will take a quick break as Mosley comes in to replace him.
And Yost did a good job even to get back to the line of scrimmage there, because he was initially hit probably 3 yards in the backfield.
Well, he's had 6 carries on this opening drive. One of the differences is we don't usually see Freewalt line up under center all the time. So this time you got trips to the right and the wing to the right. So you got that end over situation, and Mosley's going to take the ball and get down to the 5. So he's going to pick up 9 on his first carry of the night. That seems to be a theme.
Mosley, number 23, on the carry. Brody Rishel.
And the Mountain Lions run the ball so effectively that if they can get that 7, 8, 9 yards on first down, you're not going to stop them.
So 3rd and 1. We'll give it 3rd and 2 at the 6. Hardison goes in motion, and I believe Mifflin County jumped.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. That'll be enough for first down.
So that's a 1st and goal now for the Mountain Lions. And on this drive, all but one play, this offensive line has done really well, and it started about middle second quarter last week. So Nick Hogan's, Hayden Speece, Michael Riccio, Calvin Troutman, and Camden DeJesus. They are doing a great job up front, along with the tight end. I believe that is Chandler Brindle. Freewald just decides, we're inside the 5. I'm going to keep it. Quarterback sneak, and you don't see too many quarterback sneaks of 3 yards.
Right.
So Brennan Freewald scores the first touchdown of the night on a 3-yard run, filing his lineman right up the middle.
Bring Ian Palilla in for the extra point to try to make it 7-0. Mountain Lions with a good start. That's exactly what you wanted. Almost a 6-minute drive, taking the kickoff right down the field and scoring.
You couldn't have drawn up that drive any better. And Palilla's kick is up and good. The Mountain Lions take an early 7-0 lead. 6:07 to play in the first quarter. So here's a question for you, Chris. Would you rather have the first play go 80 yards and then go on defense, or would you rather have that drive?
Well, if I know the end result, I'd rather have the drive, right? But you can't pass up an 80-yard touchdown run, right?
I understand that, but
right.
You know, the 80-yard run is nice, but I think that drive sort of builds the momentum and builds the dominance that you wanted to portray. One thing, you know, years ago when I was coaching, when we played State College, we would take that opening kickoff and drive, and the goal was always not to score until the second quarter. You know, you don't go down early, but you just keep driving and plugging and plugging. And we had quite a few 11.5-minute, 13-minute drives, which really takes a lot out of your opponent. To just keep smashing them right in the mouth and keep driving down. So
absolutely, physically and mentally, because like you're like, oh, I've tried over and over and over to stop this, and I can't stop this. You're right. If I absolutely know that eventually they're going to score, yes, I would take that in a heartbeat. I agree with you.
So 10 plays, all on the ground, 58 yards rushing for the Mountain Lions. Palilla kicks off. This one comes down to the 6. It's taken by Landon Eichhorn. And Eichhorn runs it out to about the 23, 24-yard line.
I think that was a running back. Deacon Schaefer, I think. Eichhorn's a quarterback. Unless they have him return him kickoffs.
It looked like number 2.
Anyway,
but either way,
it's good field position. Good stop for the Mountain Lions, not to give them that great field position, which is something that really plagued them last year and previous years, about giving up that terrible field position after they kicked the ball off. They've done a much better job this year of keeping teams inside the 25.
Screen pass, and it is dropped.
Intended for Deacon. So.
Yeah, Deacon Schaefer was out on the wing, and it was just an incomplete pass.
As far as I first read this, I'm like, how in the heck do you pronounce that? It's D-E-A-K-O-N. I was like, oh, Deacon. Okay, I get it. But he drops that first pass. A little bit of, it's a road game for Mifflin County in a place where, they haven't really ever played. And it's Altoona's not Central Mountain. That was their first road game, so it's a little bit different coming here. And they probably have a little jitters, get them out, get them going. And
there's a rocket screen, but he does not hit the man coming across the middle, and does hit the guy off to the side. And I believe
it was a running back again, Schaefer.
Was that Schaefer?
Yeah. 21, Deacon Schaefer.
So he completed that pass,
Gain of 3,
and for 3 yards.
And watching a little bit of film on them, he's had some time. When he's had some time, he completes some passes. The Mountain Lions so far have not given him that time, really. We expect that to kind of continue here. Watch for number 5, Manny Miller, get in the backfield probably all night long here for the Mountain Lions.
A fumble on the snap. It was supposed to be a draw. It was luckily picked up by one of the Mifflin County players. Was that the running back? Was that?
Yeah, it looks like it was Schaefer.
Yeah, number 21. Yeah. So Schaefer picks it up, but it's going to be a loss of, it looks like a loss of 8.
Yeah, that's not a good start for Mifflin County. Not what they wanted. They're going backwards, and they have to punt the ball away in 3 plays. It's like Tyson Reed back.
So the Mountain Lions are changing out one of their linemen. Tyson Reed is approximately 25 yards back. The coaches have obviously scouted out to see where his normal distance is, so they have him pretty much sitting right at 25 to 30 yards. Left-footed kicker gets a nice kickoff. Reed lets it go over his head. It's going to take a bounce, and he should get away from it. And he does, and it'll roll all the way down to the Mountain Line 26-yard line. So that ends up being a 56-yard kick with the roll. But even in the air, that was a almost 40.
Yeah, he obviously was not doing that in pregame. That's kind of, that's the game. Coaches come out, watch the opposing kicker and punter in pregame and see about how far they're kicking it, what's going on, so they know how far to line up.
So the Mountain Lions will come out here, 4:32 to go in the first quarter, with a 7-0 lead over Mifflin County. It will look to continue. End over formation. You have 4 receivers to the left. Yost behind center. Yost gets it, goes off tackle, tries to follow a couple of receivers. He does get through the first line and then gets met by a couple of linebackers and picks up a 5 on that play.
Yeah, see, that didn't even really look like it did a whole lot, and that's 5. You know what I mean? That's good news for the Mountain Lions right there when you can have a semi-unsuccessful play and you're getting 5.
The one thing through all 3 games that I'm surprised we haven't seen is any team react to that end-over formation. Like here we have everybody on this side of the ball. There's 2 on the left and there's 8 on the right.
And they don't shift, and that gives the Mountain Lions a blocking advantage.
And they've got Yost, so that gives them a running back advantage.
Right.
Because he just bowled his way, up to the 40. So there's another gain of 9 for Alex Yost.
Now, when you get into conference play, you're going to see teams adjust probably.
I would believe so. So Yost is going to get a breather, and Mosley comes back in.
First down, Altoona.
So tonight you might see no passes if this keeps going the way it's been, as the Mountain Lions are trying to get that dominance up front. Same formation. They're end over. And there's the handoff to Mosley. He's able to cut it through the middle and dive forward, and he's going to pick up 9. It's a number that's come up a couple times tonight. So again, blocking up front for the Mountain Lions. The initial block, they are stopping the linemen and creating a small enough gap to get the running back through, and then it's on him to get past the backers and then somebody behind him. So there's a jump again.
Yeah, he crossed, yep.
And that looked like
number 63.
Yep. Elijah Osborne moved from up front.
Defense. That's enough for first down.
Right now, Mifflin County is almost playing like a deer in headlights. They got a little shell-shocked off the first drive, and now this drive, which started at the Mountain Line 27, and they're now 30 yards later, they are in 25 yards later, they're in Mifflin County territory. Different formation. You got wings on both sides. This time, Harrington gets the pitch. We haven't seen him run much this year, but he's going to turn it on as he gets around the corner. And again, 13-yard gain for Mark Harrington, and it's just that.
I think that was Seward. Is that 18?
Yeah, okay. You are correct.
Seward.
Well, was it Seward or was it Harrington?
It was Seward, number 18.
My fault.
Yeah.
So Seward picks up 13.
Which he hasn't run the ball much. I think he's only run the ball 1 time this year also. I have him down as 1 for -5 yards coming into this game. So, I'm not sure Harrington has run at all. You're right. I don't think he's run
well,
yet
and he's been the wide guy.
Right.
So we have the end over formation. The run's going left. Mosley gets hit on a blitz. He shakes the first guy but can't get through the second. But even with that, where he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, he ends up gaining 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm talking about. The line is doing a tremendous job of just at the point of attack getting a push. Even if it's only a couple yards, So when the play is kind of blown up, instead of a -2 or a -3, the Mountain Lions are still gaining a couple.
So Mifflin County is moving a lot on those, fake move around snaps. This time is right up the middle to Branson, and he just drags 4, 5, 6 guys forward all the way down to the 26-yard line. So he gets another 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 2.
I mean, Mosley just took half the team with him on that one. That was an impressive run.
So Yost is, I think, trying to get himself. No, now I don't see him on the sideline.
He's been resting because he has played a lot over the first 2 weeks, and he plays defense also.
He's already had 8 carries for 53 yards, and we're not even the first quarter in. 31 seconds. This could be the last play of the first quarter. Mosley gets the ball, drives forward, gets hit at the 29, and falls down forward to the 27. It's a gain of 4.
And Yost is coming in.
And I don't know if we'll get this play off before the end of the quarter. We're down to 18. Mountain Lions out in front on the strength of a Brennan Freewall 3-yard quarterback sneak, and it looks like we're going to go to the end of the first quarter here. So far, all Mountain Lions.
And, so far, we can clearly see the difference between, the schedule that Mifflin County plays and what the Mountain Lions play. That doesn't mean things won't change down the road, but right now the Mountain Lions are just imposing their will and doing kind of whatever they want to Mifflin County right now. The Huskies are they don't play in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth, even though they're 6A. They play in the Keystone Division.
Right. So
in the Mid-Penn,
they play most of the 4A, 5A teams, other than I think Bishop McDevitt dropped to the Keystone a few years ago, and really, actually, they're the top Mid-Penn team, regardless of class.
Yeah, I don't even know where they play anymore. They don't play in 6A anymore. They were always small enough to play lower, but they played up.
I want to say they play either 3 or 4.
Yeah, and so they dropped to wherever they dropped to, and they're very good, obviously.
So the Mountain Lions come out tonight, and they had some goals to come out and get some dominance on the line and move the ball, not make any stupid mistakes and turnovers. And for the first quarter, that's exactly what they've done. They came out, went on the first drive, which was a total of 60 yards. Took them about 6 minutes to get to the end zone. 3 and out based on a fumble that was recovered by Mifflin County, but they lost so much yardage, they just couldn't do anything with it. And then they got the ball back at the 27 after a fantastic punt and have driven down to the Huskies' 22-yard line. And as you said, Yost is back in. But this one is given around the edge. I think that's Hardison. And he tries to jump inside the 13 or 15. He tried to hurdle almost. Was that Hardison? 25.
Yeah, that was Hardison, and that's Brody Rochelle on the tackle again. He's made that touchdown-saving tackle several times here tonight already.
Holding Altoona, number 75. 10 from the spot for the foul. Remains first down.
So the first penalty for the Mountain Lions tonight, that'll bring the ball back to the 35-yard line. So it's going to be a 1st and 22.
We haven't seen too many holdings all year on the Mountain Lions.
We haven't seen too many holdings either way.
Right.
There's been the jumping penalties or some things along those lines, but we haven't seen too many holding penalties across the board. So this time you got 2 receivers on each side. You got the wings, and then they're in a tight formation still, though. Yost behind center. Here comes Reed. Here comes a reverse pitch, and this could be some big yardage.
Betwee
on a almost a double reverse. Comes around and goes from the 35 all the way down to the 15.
Pushed out by number 12, Brody Rachel. Gain of 20.
The Mountain Lions haven't really done that yet. That play's not on film, but that's the type of play that the Mountain Lions will do when they get behind the chains, as opposed to just dropping back and throwing it like a lot of other teams will do.
And that's the, using that close set where the receivers were only about 4 yards from the end man on the line of scrimmage instead of out wide where they currently are. Yost almost gets the ball, but Freewall
keeps it.
He fakes and keeps it, and he goes into the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown. So Brennan Freewall scores again. 3 carries, 2 touchdowns.
That was wide open, therefore he did not pitch the ball. He faked the ball to Yost, pulled it out of his belly like he's supposed to when that play's going nowhere. And he goes around the end, and that time, unlike the time before, it was a wide open path. He just waltzed into the end zone.
Well, 2 defenders went out with Reed as he went across the formation. So Freewall just kept it, and he went in for the touchdown. Palilla with the extra kick. It is good. And the Mountain Lions with 11:21 in the second quarter take a 14-0 lead. So before their offense really gets a chance to do anything, they've run 3 plays for -5 yards. The Mountain Lions have put a drive of 60 and a drive of 74 on the board. And they took that holding penalty and got back a 20-yard play and a 15-yard touchdown. So it didn't slow the Mountain Lions down at all.
Right, and that's exactly what you need to do when you get behind the chains like that. You got to get a little bit of a chunk play to make it manageable, and that was the key to that whole touchdown right there, getting that big reverse to Betwee, getting them down to the 15-yard line.
So unofficially, I have the Mountain Lions right now for 142 yards rushing in the first quarter in 2 plays. So Palilla's kick is deep, and it goes into the end zone.
That's good. We haven't seen, maybe that's the second one Palilla's had this year, which he wasn't even close last year. So he's definitely put some work in this year. His leg is stronger, and it's rather evident in his kickoffs and field goals. He's 2 out of 3 this year for 36 yards. Missed 1 extra point that was blocked. I don't think it was his fault there, that first game against Hollidaysburg, but otherwise he's perfect on the extra points.
So Mifflin County will come out for their second offense possession. And there's some questions. And the receivers went to the wrong side of the field. So you got trips to the right. You got Eichhorn calling the plays. And this time he hands it off. And maybe a yard. Is that Schaefer?
Deacon Schaefer.
Yep.
Tackled by number 22.
Alex Yost in there with a little stop at the line of scrimmage there, reading the play and reacting.
After 21.
So one of the things the Mountain Lions like to do is Mosley and Yost are both their inside backers. So they will keep rotating them on offense so that they can play more defense. Again, you got trips and a wide out to the left, trips to the right. Eichhorn and Schaefer in the backfield. It's a fake to Schaefer and a quick short pass. Mountain Lions missed the first tackle, but Betwee came up and made a nice tackle against number 7, which is Jaden King.
Sean Betwee.
Oh, no, number 3.
The tackle.
Now,
Pre-Reed, sorry. So
yeah,
that's a gain of 6.
Tyson Reed with a big hit there. Just failed to wrap up though on that. That's definitely will be probably a little point the coach will make at the film this week, right? Get in there and go for the big hit, but you don't wrap up. Betwee, you're right, made a nice play then. Keeps the Huskies short of the first down.
And it's a 3rd and 3, so this time trips is the other way to the left. Eichhorn calls back and just was going to throw it, and all of a sudden,
time.
Mountain Lions came from both sides. Manny Miller got the sack, but he was also, Eichhorn was pushed to him by Boos. So Boos and Miller from the outside come in and sack Eichhorn for a loss of, well, it was 3, so now it's 8. So that's a -8 sack.
And this is kind of playing out kind of how we predicted. The Mountain Lions probably would be in the backfield quite a bit. And the line play at both sides of the football has been all Mountain Lions so far.
Well, this kick is not what the leather one was. This one only goes about 27 yards in the air, but then rolls backwards. So the Mountain Lions will get it in Husky territory. 1st and 10 at the 45. It is 14-0 Mountain Lions. Again, I would like to thank Mr. Sipes and the MLTV crew for bringing this game here to you. This is a student network. These are all students that take MLTV in Altoona High School. And tonight's crew is Caleb Fries, Noah Fries, Ben Shank, Aiden Miller, Mason Dale, Mary Stoltz, Samantha Hopkins. So thank you for bringing this game. I've had people tell me that, some of the team watches it the next night, and then other people in college say they go back and watch some of their games from 2-3 years ago. So that's a nice feature, and thank you, MLTV. As Yost decides, I don't want to go up the middle. I'm going to go to the outside. And he just outruns the whole defense to the left side and will pick up. What do you want to give him, 15?
13, 32?
Yeah, but it was at the 47.
Oh,
so.
was it?
So another 15 for Yost as he's 9 carries now, 68 yards.
But, I mean, that's what makes Alex Yost a great runner. I mean, he has that toughness inside. He has vision to bounce it outside, and he has the speed to get the corner. I mean, he has all those things, and that's what makes him a great running back.
He's one of those hybrid types. This time he takes it through the middle, bounces off one of the linemen, and then dives to the left before getting tackled. And,
Alex Yost.
Just picking up 5 again.
On the tackle.
So I think Yost is going to start to get upset because every time they get to about the 20-yard line, they bring him out.
Right.
So Mosley's back in. Free wall under center. They got that end over situation to the right.
They run that
and they have
fake motion again.
So many guys to the Mifflin County has 5 guys where we have 2, but if the play goes right, they don't have enough guys. And Freewall keeps it, and he goes around to the right, and he gets an easy first down, and there's a penalty at the end of the play. So it's either going to be a holding or it's going to be a face mask.
I think it is a face mask of some kind.
So it's going to be a gain of 7 for Freewall on the run. And then are they going to tack on a penalty against Mifflin County, or is it coming back?
Face mask. Defense. 5 yards. Tack on to the end of the run.
So 5, that's in inverted.
Altoona. Off.
So Freewall still gets it that 7 yards.
Crowd's having a good time with the official there. He said, Altoona.
8:06 to go. Mountain Lions inside the 20, and they're driving. 14-0 lead already here early in the second quarter. Mountain Lions have just sort of walked down the field. Tight formation with a split receiver. This one comes around. Is this Seward again?
Seward again,
Seward?
yep. And he's
got the corner, and he's got the end zone. And then he's tackled out of bounds, and there's a major penalty.
It'll be 15 on the kickoff.
Flags on the play.
He was about 7-8 yards out of bounds, and he got pushed from behind, and we had flags from.
He was not only was he out of bounds, but he was 8 yards into the end zone, right?
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Yeah, that was way. You can't tackle a guy clear out into the track.
Well, one of the flags came from like the 30-yard line. It was that far away. So the Mountain Lions are putting things together there, and Chris Seawalt. I said Seawalt. It's not Seawalt. It's
Seward.
Dead ball. Late hit. Out of bounds. Number 12. Mifflin County. That foul will be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah.
On the kickoff.
So the Mountain Lions definitely having their way with this Mifflin County Husky team so far here.
So it's 20-0, and Palilla's going to try to tack on 21. Kick is up, and it is good.
DJ Stu with the touchdown. Ian Palilla with the extra point. 21-0. Altoona.
And the light show happens here at Mansion Park.
Well, this is going to be a night for it. As it starts to get darker, that show gets better. So I have a feeling, though, most of our starters aren't going to be playing much in the second half.
Which is good. Get some of these young guys in if you can. I mean, it's only 21-0. We don't want to speak too early here, but it's appearing that the Mountain Lions are in control here thus far.
So I'm assuming you're just going to take the ball and try to kick it through the uprights, correct?
Yes.
You're not going to try to put salt in the wound and do an onside since it's on the 45?
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
So
when I was a kicker back in high school, I got to do this one time. I didn't have a leg like Palilla. That was my only touchback.
Well, I think his goal's through the uprights.
Yeah.
And it sort of goes like a watermelon, but it lands in the end zone and rolls out the back. So they're going to start at the 20. So the Mountain Lions have had their way with the Mifflin County Huskies tonight so far. 7:45 to go, second period. Mountain Lions, 3 touchdowns. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. That one was the shortest. That was only a 47-yard touchdown drive because of the short kick. The defense so far, -6 yards is what Mifflin County's been held to. They came in throwing.
They don't have
lot.
a first down, I don't think, yet.
Nope. Here comes a blitz up the middle, and Yost levels him, and the ball's going to be just tossed up and intercepted.
And the quarterback is not feeling very good right now. He got hit pretty hard.
So that was number 20, correct?
Branson Adams.
Yeah, Branson Adams caught the interception. 28?
28.
Yeah, he's 28. But was that Yost that got in there?
Yeah, it was a double blitz. The first one got picked up by the running back. Mosley got blocked. Yost didn't. And Eichhorn was lucky to get the ball off. Well, he probably would have taken the sack rather than throwing the interception. So Adams gets an INT.
And this tired defense of Mifflin County is back on the field again.
And it's pitched to the outside. This time Hardison gets down to the 35. So Hardison, I believe that's his first actual carry of the night, gets 5.
Tackle by Josiah Sackler.
Yeah, he had a carry, I think, on that holding penalty, right?
Hardison.
Yes.
That got called back, so.
Gain of 5. 2nd and 5. From 35.
So their Freewold went through his entire progression, pulls it out of the belly, takes it to the outside. The D end or whoever's out there, cornerback, plays him, so he pitches it out to Hardison.
Trips to the right. And the Mountain Lions are going to try a pass. This one's Betwee. He's wide open, and it's just over his head.
Pass intended for number 7, Sean Betwee.
Is there a flag down there?
I don't think so. Oh, yes, there is. So I think that's going to come back and now be second and like 20-ish or further. Well, second and it's going to be from the 37, so it's going to go like second and 17. So officially the Mountain Lions have not passed tonight because of the holding penalty. It should set at the 47. But you had Betwee open going down the sideline, and you had Hardison open
Altoona,
deep over the middle.
Number 66. 10 yards from the spot of the 5 out. Repeat, 2nd down.
So 2nd and 17. Last time the Mountain Lions were in this sort of situation, Sean Betwee ran a 20-yard double reverse to give him the first down. So you have twins to the right. You have your double wings. There goes Reed. There's the pitch to Reed. And great defensive play. I believe that's number 18.
We haven't heard his name a lot. He's one of their better players.
Isaac Wilson read and played that perfectly. He presented himself towards free wall, to force him to make the pitch, and then he came up and put a nice tackle on Reed. So great play. It's now 3rd and, well, the Mountain Lions started at the 40, and they're back to the 49, so it's 3rd and 19. So for the first time tonight, the Mountain Lions are having a little difficulty. You got trips over on this side. Just give it off up the middle. See what Yost can get out of it, and Yost brings it down to the 36.
That's go for it, zone right now. Yeah. So if you were 4th and 19, you probably punt it, but now you're 4th and 5 at the 35, or 4th and 6 at the 36, whatever it is. Yeah, that's go for it now, and the Mountain Lions are lining up as if they're going to here.
So Freewall will set. Double wing, twins left. Here goes your motion. They're looking for Mifflin County to jump. They're not jumping. Mifflin County has 9 guys up. 3 down linemen and 6 in the box within 2 yards, and there's a timeout.
Called timeout. The play clock was down to about 3. And that might have been the plan the whole time.
Yeah,
and now you can at least discuss it and decide. Maybe you just punt it, maybe.
They're bringing out the punt team. So 5:15 to go, second quarter. And the Mountain Lions are in a 4th and 6 at Mifflin County's 37. Well, now they're talking it over a little. They might have another play here because they brought a couple guys out. I thought they were bringing the punter, but the majority of the offense stays in there. They did change out a few of the field positions.
Maybe it's a screen pass here.
They brought in Chandler Brindle. So is that adding an extra tight end? Now they're not sure. You have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brindle's 10 and Freewall's 11. 24 seconds on the play clock. 5:15 to go in the quarter. Mountain Lions up 21-0. 4th and 6. Tight formation. They're going to give the ball going around to Reed, and Reed makes one cut and gets to the outside and gets across the 30-yard line. Yes, they're going to give him the 30 and the first down. So the Mountain Lions needed 6. Reed got 6, and the drive will continue.
That was just, I mean, it was blocked up decently, but Reed made a couple good reads there and just got enough for the first down. They marked it right on the 30.
And he outran the defense at that point, and as he got pushed out of bounds, he did break the plane of the 30, and that's what he needed to get to.
4th and 6, and you run the ball, and you get it. Like, well, how about 3rd and, 19 or whatever it was, and you get 15 of it.
Here comes a run to the right. Yost got the ball. Can he get by the first man? He's not he gets a few yards, but he's not able to break the tackle from Corey Finch. Finch came off the block from the lineman. But Yost was still strong enough to pick up 3. Second and 7 at the 27. Next week, the Mountain Lions will welcome the Little Lions from State College. The game will be able to be seen on locally WJAC, as Chris and I will not be here as we are getting removed from the booth, so that WJAC can bring in their own crew and their own equipment.
So for those of you that happen to be maybe watching far away on YouTube, we're not on next week. Sorry.
Timeout, Altoona.
But it's an annual rivalry. The Little Lions and the Mountain Lions, they play every year, except for that little hiatus where
we went
Altoona
west
was
and
in
they went east.
Yeah, Altoona went west, right, to the Whippeal, and you know, that's something that, as a lifelong Altoona person here, we really missed. It's nice to get that back. Now, State College is very, very good. They beat Williamsport week 1 by the mercy rule.
And in Williamsport, you honestly don't know how they're going to be.
You don't know.
But then last week, they played a very well renowned team at Downingtown East, I believe.
Downingtown East.
And they won on a 2-point conversion right at the end of the game.
Yep. They, instead of kicking it and tying it, they went for 2 and made it.
I guess Downingtown East called timeout when they lined up to kick, or lined up for 2. During the timeout, the coach decided to go for the 1, so they lined up to kick, and they called a second timeout, and then they went for 2 and 1.
Oh, jeez.
So State College will be coming in here again next Friday night, and then the Mountain Lions will be on the road after that. So quick handoff to Hardison coming across, and he gets down to about the 26, so Hardison will gain a yard.
Tonight, State College is at home playing Hollidaysburg.
So we will be able to get a good comparison between the two. As Hollidaysburg is a young team and just seems to be snake bitten. They've been in both games against Allegheny, Maryland, and against the Mountain Lions, but have sort of second half just wasn't able to do it or given up some drives. So it'll be interesting to see that score of that game tonight. Freewall goes back to pass, throws one in the flats. This one's to Yost, and Yost stops and tries to go around someone, and he gets 11 yards, as that is officially the first pass of the evening.
Stopped by number 11.
And Yost was very open. Freewall just got it to him, and see if the big boy can do the rest, and he got a few more yards and sets the Mountain Lions up nicely at the 15-yard line here.
The last 2 times the Mountain Lions had 1st and 10 at the 15, they scored. 15-yard run by Freewall, and then a 15-yard run by Seward. The play this time, is it going to go to Tyson Reed? And he fumbles it, picks it back up, but he's caught from behind, and there's a penalty. So that's either a holding on Hardison, which I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a hold on Hardison as he tried to block one of the cornerbacks coming up. The flag got thrown, and it's going to move back to about the 28. So it's going to be 1st and 23. 2:53 to go, first half.
Altoona, number 25. 10 from the spot of the foul. Replay.
Still 21-0. Mountain Lions have not had to punt tonight, as Mifflin County so far has run a total of 7 plays and have gained -6 yards.
Don't have a first down. That's amazing.
So Freewald is in. We got another screen coming. This time it's to Mosley. Mosley makes the first guy miss, but is caught from behind. That was Stephen Albert that made the tackle. They go down to the 25. So it's going to be 2nd and 20. So was that a gain of 3?
It's just 3, looks like. You got 2:10 running clock here.
So again, in a perfect world here, the Mountain Lions will drive and score right before the end of the half. Central Mountain. Mifflin County will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. They're set. Freewall goes back to pass. He looks deep into the end zone, and the ball's thrown out of bounds. So there's no flag, but Hardison felt he was getting pushed the whole way out of bounds. But it is an incomplete pass.
The ball landed darn near on the track, so I don't think he had a prayer of catching it.
So on from the 25, you got a 3rd and 20. I say if you don't get much yardage here, like 5 yards or less, then you go for it on 4th because it's already deep in your end. But if they get about 8 to 10 yards, I would give Palilla a chance to kick like a 35-yard field goal.
Yeah, I'd say you need 5. Yeah. He's made a 36, and he has plenty of leg for that.
Well, Yost gets it, and he's got at least 5, and there's 10, and there's 15, and it's down to the 8-yard line.
And now you're probably going for it. It's 4th and 3, right?
Yep. 17-yard gain.
Yost. Isaac Wilson on the stop.
So a little dive up the middle, and Yost is able to pick his way through down to the 8-yard line, and it is now 4th and 3.
1:21 and counting. Mountain Lions do have one timeout left, but you're not calling it here, obviously.
So the Mountain Lions are going to have pretty much most of their team lined up to the left. Any idea where they're going to have the run coming?
Yeah.
Yost is going to get the ball coming left. There's Yost, there's left, there's touchdown.
Yep.
Touchdown.
That's it.
Number 22.
So Alex Yost gets his first score of the night. The Mountain Lions score with 56 seconds left in the quarter. And Yost, by the way, has now gone over 100 yards. He has 14 carries for 114 yards in that touchdown. Impressive first half. You know, the Mountain Lions have come out and played within themselves and done what they scripted and what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they're not big plays. They're not like, right? They're just, we do what we do. And instead of getting 3, 4, 5 at a clip, right, tonight they're getting 10, 12 at a clip at times. And that's, you know, the big difference why it's 28-0 now.
Now it is, as Palula splits the uprights.
Yeah, I knew he was making it.
So 58 seconds to go in the second quarter.
So you're talking about a team in Mifflin County who has been down. Like, we're talking 0 wins, maybe 1 win, like the last probably 4 or 5 years maybe. I don't know exactly that, but it's been something like that. So they have a brand new coach this year, Shane Brion, and you know, he has this team doing some things better. They started out 2-0, as we said. So, you know, they are making progress. It's just that they're running into a Mountain Lion team that
well, and they also played 2 smaller schools to open up the season. And their league is a smaller situation. They are not a big team, but they do some things fundamentally well when they're not pushed the way the Mountain Lions have pushed them.
Right.
You know, the sacks, the pressure. Yost on the interception, you know, knocked the air out of the quarterback. And that ball goes back to the 1 this time. And he's going to run it from there. And then again, that's the running back, and he's not even going to get to the 15. Looks like he got to the edge of the soccer goal. And that'll be the 13-yard line. So Declan Schaefer gets the ball to the 13. There's 51 seconds. Oh, we're going to give him the 14. 51 seconds to go in the half. Mifflin County will come out for their 3rd series. And officially they have run 5 plays. They've run 6. I forgot about the sack.
And yeah, I was going to say they had 2 3-and-outs and an interception, so that was 7. This is their 8th play.
The Mountain Lions are playing a little bit loose, and that time was that Schaefer again? Yes, and he was tackled by Mosley as he got through the first round of guys, but Mosley tackled him for only a 5-yard gain. 25 seconds. This could be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 5 on the 20-yard line. Twins formation both ways. Eichhorn does just hand the ball off to Schaefer up the middle. Schaefer pushes his way out to about the 29. 7 seconds to go in the half, and I don't think Mifflin County is going to call a timeout or do anything else. So the half will now come.
Short, so that put him in positive yards for the half. Right? Positive 3.
About that, yes. Positive 3 yards for the half.
Still not a first down, though.
No.
Not a one you want to show your family from Mifflin County, but definitely one for the Mountain Lions as they come out here with 4 touchdowns and shutting out Mifflin County here in the first half. Probably scripted exactly the way Coach Niedermeyer wanted it. Come out here and dominate like that, both sides of the line of scrimmage. And Mountain Lions are going in pretty happy right now at halftime.
So the Mountain Lions took the opening kickoff, marched pretty much the whole field. I think it ended up being 60 yards and a quarterback sneak from 3 yards out from free wall. and Ealing Palilla made it 7-0 with 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Well, that's the way the quarter ended, at that 7-0 score. Mountain Lions got the ball back right away, and this time they put on a 74-yard drive. And this one was finished up by Freewall again, as on the option he saw some light. He took that hole, kept the ball, went up the middle for 15 yards, and the second touchdown for the night for the Mountain Lions. Again, Ian Palilla perfect on the PAT. Mountain Lions out in front now, 14-0 with 11:21 to go in the second quarter. After that, Mountain Lions again got the ball back after a short punt. They got it at the 40-yard line of the Huskies, and the drive that time was finished off by C.J. Seward, and he was able to go 15 yards. Palilla again put it through 21-0 with 7:45 to go. Then after an interception on the first play of the next drive, the Mountain Lions get the ball and drive the distance. Again, finished up with an Alex Yost 8-yard run with 58 seconds to go in the second quarter. That puts us at 28-0 where we are now. It's been all Mountain Lions in the first half, Chris.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. The Mountain Lions are in cruise control right now. We want to see them get up one more touchdown and get some of these young guys in the second half. That's what you want to see here in the second half.
Well, currently the Mountain Lions have run for almost 250 yards just in the first half alone, led by Alex Yost, 114 yards on 14 carries. So with that, we're going to turn things over. We're going to listen to the band, and we'll be back in the third quarter. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Music soloist is Nathan Banks on guitar. Student conductor is Emily Shank. The Mifflin County High School Marching Band is under the direction of Arthur Belfour. Assistant band directors are Samantha Gates, Mark Taylor, and Cassidy Hetrick. Music staff includes Carrie Cullen, Emily Lefevre, Cassidy Hetrick, Emily Colpetzer, and Mark Baylor. Percussion instruction is by Andrew Peck, Carly Coyle, Cole Cullen, and Jack Nyman. Mallet percussion instruction is by Samantha Gates and Lily Powell. Electric keyboard sound design and programming is by Mark Baylor. Videography is Logan Sharp. Color guard design, choreography, and instruction is by Jennifer Glennie. Marching instruction is by Andrew Peck. Marching texts are Carrie Cullen, Emily Lefevre, Cassidy Hedrick, Emily Colpetzer, Ben Hain, Mark Baylor, Cole Cullen, and Carly Coyle. Drill design is by Steve Brown. Music is by Randall Standridge. Percussion arrangement is by Andrew Peck, Samantha Gates, and Mark Baylor. Backdrop artist is Angela Nyman. The band and staff would like to thank the administration of the Mifflin County School District, Mifflin County High School, Junior High, and Middle School, as well as the members of the Mifflin County Music Boosters for their continued support. Please welcome to the field the 2021 Tournament of Bands Group 3A Class Atlantic Coast Champions, the Mifflin County High School Marching Band. Mifflin County High School Marching Band. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the Altoona Area High School Marching Band under the direction of Drum Major Julia McCauley and assisted by Sergeant-at-Arms J.J. Simugol. The majorettes are led by Captain Daniel Bartelang, assisted by co-captain Abby Gensimer. The Silks are led by Captain Kiera Flanagan, assisted by co-captain Michaela Edders. The feature majorette is Emma Shearden. This year's marching band theme is love. All of the song titles contain the word love. Tonight, the marching band will be opening with Accidentally in Love, followed by You Give Love a Bad Name. The band closes tonight's show with a musical combination of Any Way You Want It and Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin'. marching band staff, student teachers, Saban Fisher, Altoona Area School District music staff assistants, Kelly Myers and Anastasia Hall, Silk advisor, Lisa Moore, majorette advisor, Keller Detweiler, percussion advisor, Mike Baker, band assistant, Drew Yingling, and band director, Larry Detweiler.
We've got the winning 50-50 number. It's up on the big board. If you've got it, report to the flagpole for $713. The winning number, 177-128. That's 177-128. If you've got it, report to the flagpole.
Back to Mansion Park. I'm Jim Abbott along with Chris Strahlmeyer. We're about ready for the second half of the Altoona Mountain Lion Mifflin County Husky game. First half, Chris, all Mountain Lions, 28-0.
All Mountain Lions exactly the way they scripted it. Took the opening kickoff, went down and scored. Did not give up a first down to Mifflin County. Tremendous effort on both sides of the line of scrimmage. And that's where this game has really been won. The offensive and defensive lines of the Mountain Lions have dominated on both sides of the ball. So more of the same probably in the second half, I would imagine, for a little while. If they can continue that, we'll see some young guys get in, and it'll be one of those nights. And Mountain Lions haven't had, I don't even remember a game like this where they could get some young guys in. And when's the last time the Mountain Lions, had a big mercy rule type game? I don't remember when the last time it was.
Well, back as a coach, I will tell you what my game plan or our team's game hands would be coming out of half. Mifflin County elected to get the ball in the second half, so they're going to get the ball. You play first defense on that first drive, try to stop them again. Whether it's a first down or not, you just want to get the ball back, stop them without scoring. Play your first offense, the first drive, go down, score. It's now 35-0. We would be in a running clock from here on out, other than the 8 different ways you can stop it, scores, this, that, injuries, and then start getting in the second units and third units and get the other guys that put in the same amount of time as the starters, but don't get to see the Friday night field that much. So This is a nice game to set up before you go into the full Mid-Penn schedule starting next week, bringing State College here at home. The Mountain Lions have 4 rushing touchdowns at this point. 2 by Freewall, 1 by Yost, and then the other one by Seward. So at this point, the Mountain Lions have done everything they've wanted to do, and they just want to make sure they come back out. Here is a statistic from the first half. The Mountain Lions rushing the ball 31 times, 257 yards, and that's in the first half. I know that as a former line coach, if we got 250 yards rushing in the game, we usually ended up at Palmino's getting some pizza and wings for the linemen that following Monday night. So the Mountain Lions have come out and done what they needed to do. You know, we mentioned all the skilled positions and everybody who scores, but if it wasn't for these guys up front, you know, tonight they have done their job and gotten the lanes and gotten the holes and gotten that running back to that second level. So once again, the guys on that offensive line is Nick Hogan, Hayden Speece, Michael Riccio, Calvin Troutman, and Camden DeJesus. So, you know, as a perfect the first half as you could have had.
Yeah. I mean, you know, even when they had a penalty or two, they managed to get a big chunk play back and get back in on schedule with down and distance. And you know, that's always been a problem with the style of offense that the Mountain Lions run, because they're not generally completely explosive. They grind it out and they get the 4 or 5 yards to carry at times. So when they get behind the chains, they get in trouble. But not today. Boy, they found a way to just, you know, get right back on schedule and you know, they haven't allowed a first down, which is amazing to me in the first half.
Well, Palila's kick again is deep. Again, it is taken by the running back Schaefer, and a great defensive play as is that Yost?
Yep.
So Yost comes up, cuts through the defenders, and grabs Schaefer and spins him out of bounds, and he only gets back to the 15. So Mifflin County, as sort of similar to the first half, they're starting back deep in their own end, 1st and 10 at their own 15. That was the opening kick of the third quarter. Altoona out in front, 28-0 again. Currently, these were a battle of unbeatens. Two 2-0 teams coming into tonight. So the Mountain Lions have done what they've wanted to do. Mifflin County, Eichhorn will hand off to Schaefer. Schaefer gets to the right. Good run. He started to get tackled about the 15, and he carries Yost out to the 19. So that is a 4-yard pickup for Schaefer.
Now you're talking about a guy who, coming into this game, has had 40 carries and 287 yards in 2 games. So Deacon Schaefer's kind of had his way with the defenses in the 2 previous games. The Mountain Lions have done a tremendous job here, being stout up front against Schaefer so far.
Tonight he's got 4 carries for 13 yards. Schaefer runs it again. This time he gets a couple more yards, and he's out to the 23. So that's another gain of 4. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
On a stop, Deacon Schaefer.
And Mifflin County has thrown the ball a lot the first 2 games. They've thrown the ball 31 times in those first 2 games. But they also have run a lot. So I'm surprised that they come out throwing more today. Obviously, their line cannot protect Eichhorn at all. So, you know, running the ball a little bit might, you know, give them a little bit of breathing room here.
On a 3rd down, to get the ball to Schaefer again. He cuts to the right, and there is the first down for the Huskies as Schaefer runs the ball out to the 27. Another gain of 4.
Stop by number 22.
And the first down of the night for Mifflin County.
That's the first down for the Huskies.
So directly across from our broadcast booth, the moon is coming up, and it's just above the horizon, and I don't think it's full tonight, but it's pretty close. I think tomorrow night is
pretty
the
big.
Full moon. So Eichhorn will wait for the snap, and again Schaefer just takes the ball and starts to cut to the outside, and he'll get to the 31. So that is 4 carries in a row for Schaefer for 4 yards every time. So Mifflin County is trying to get some of that ground and pound themselves and try to get some sort of momentum somewhere. As Schaefer, for his size, he's not a big guy. Let's see. He's listed as 5'9", 155, and I don't think he probably is over 140. This time, though, the whole Mountain Lion defense surround him, and he somehow works his way back to that line of scrimmage, so he doesn't lose a yard, but it is now going to be a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the Mountain Lions did a good job getting some penetration there.
Ooh, Mr. Shuda used plethora.
He did. He used it well. That's a lot of people, a plethora.
Yeah, I think I said that last week with the elementary kids. You had like 150 kids out there together, all like 4 to 12. It was an awesome sight. So Eichhorn goes back to pass, but you're going to have a penalty. I believe
offensive line moved.
Either the offensive line or number one of the receivers sort of took a step forward. So now it goes from a 3rd and 6, which is more manageable. It's now going to be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, you're right. They called it on the receiver, number 1. So it sets them back 5 yards.
So wonder if the Mountain Lions will dial up that double blitz again.
They're absolutely going to bring pressure here. You're up 28-0. It's 3rd and 11. You're going to bring pressure.
Well, the Mountain Lions aren't showing a blitz at this point. And is that a timeout? Mifflin County wanted to see what kind of defense the Mountain Lions were going into. The clock got down a little low, so we will have our first timeout here in the 3rd quarter. 8:19 to go. I'm Jim Abbott along with Chris Strahlmeyer at the Altoona Mountain Lion games at beautiful Mansion Stadium, Mansion Park. Tonight, again, the game is on YouTube, not for tonight only, but replays at any time. Just go to MLTV Live, and you should be able to access it without any fees. You know, we would like to thank the Mountain Lion TV crew, all students that take Mr. Sipes' classes. Tonight we have 7 of them running our production. Caleb Fries, Noah Fries, Ben Shank, Aiden Miller, Mason Dale, Mary Stoltz, and Samantha Hopkins are bringing you all of the action tonight. So again, you have the twins both ways. Eichhorn back, and here comes the blitz both sides, and it's a quick outside throw, and Betwee comes up and makes the tackle, and that's a loss of 2.
Number 7.
And that's really all. Like Eichhorn has, I mean, they can't block that blitz. There's not enough blockers, so he has to just get rid of it quickly. He just tried that bubble screen out there, and that's about all he could do. There's just no time.
So Josiah Seckler just stood there as Betwee knew that the blitz was on, and he came up and made the tackle for the 2-yard loss, and Mifflin County is going to punt again. We had a short punt and we had a big punt, so this time it's across the middle. Tyson Reed will take it in the air. He'll make one guy miss, and then gets tackled about the 43-yard line.
Nice little return there by Tyson Reed.
44.
Didn't look like he had much, and ended up getting about, what, 12, 13 yards out, maybe 12 yards out of that. So Mountain Lions once again take over in Mifflin County territory.
Well, as I said coming out, my goal as a coach would have been come out, stop them right away, score, and get that running clock going. 7:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Mountain Lions still have their starting offense out. If they put this score in, I believe it's the last time we might see them this evening. Double twin. Yost gets the ball up the middle, and he just drives through like a freight train with everybody else, and I think that's about 20, 15.
Alex Yost pulled down number
16.
Regan
So
ended.
16 yards for Alex Yost.
At the 17-yard gain.
I mean, that was just a huge push by the offensive line of the Mountain Lions.
Motion man going across that time. That's Colin Height, number 6. Yost is still the fullback. Height goes around. Yost gets the ball. Bounces off. No.
Freewald kept it.
Freewald kept it. Yost did a nice decoy, and the push is just taking it down and down and down to the 11-yard line. So a gain of 16. Freewald put it in and pulled it right out. And next thing you know, Yost was trying to get the guys off his legs because he didn't have the ball. And Freewald picks up 16, a first down, and gets the Mountain Lions back into the red zone.
Gain of 16.
So we have that end over formation. Pretty much every receiver is to the left. Free wall under center. Yost takes it. And there's a penalty at the 8.
Flag on the play.
So the flag is away from the play itself.
That is odd. During the play, a linesman throws a penalty way back into the center of the field. That almost never happens.
Looks like they're calling on Mifflin County.
Face mask.
Oh, face
Mifflin
mask.
County. 5 yards from the end of the run. Remains first down.
Must have been on, I don't think it was on the ball carrier. It must have been on somebody blocking. The defender grabbed his face mask.
Well, the carry itself went for no yards. So the Mountain Lions now have 1st and 5 at the 6.
Yeah, it's still first down, so they actually didn't get a carry, right? They just accepted the penalty.
No, because it was after the play. They said after the run.
It says first down there. I don't know. I don't know what he said, but maybe the downs guy's wrong.
So Hardison runs the ball down to the 5. He gets 1. Yeah, you are correct. They kept it at the 1st, even though they said it was an after. So theoretically, that does not count as a running play. So Yost is at 15 carries, 131 yards.
So Yost is still in there down here, so we want to get him another touchdown. You don't want to be a stat monger or anything like that, but you know, as a player, you carry the team all the way down, and you like to get the touchdown too.
Well, Hardison goes around. Yost goes to the outside. They get him by the back of his jersey and then hold him up. So yes, that time he gets no yardage.
Yeah, somebody just held him up by the with the back of his jersey.
So it's 3rd and 4.
If they don't grab his jersey, he probably powers ahead, gets at least down to the 3 or the 2-yard line, maybe even in the end zone the way he's been running. But he couldn't get any momentum with the jersey grab.
So we have the end over formation this time to the right. Hardison goes around to the left and then steps back. 13 seconds. Freewall's looking over at the coaches. I think you're going to run right, and Freewall's going to keep it. Nope, he gives it to Yost. Yost bounces off one, dives, and is tackled at.
No, they can get a first down down there. I'm not sure. I guess they're short of the first down even.
It looked like he was over the 1, and then as they hit him backwards, he kept pushing. So they mark him at the 2, so it's going to be a 4th and 1.
.352 and a running clock here in the 3rd. Still 28-0 Mountain Lions.
And Freewall takes that himself. He's going to pick up the 1st, but I don't think he got into the end zone. So he's going to get 1 yard in the first down. That gives him 6 carries for 40 tonight.
Stop short.
They're discussing this.
They're going to measure.
They're going to measure.
Well, based on the spot, he only had to get to the 1. And it looks like from here, it's sitting on that yellow line, which is the same as the 1 yard line. That goes straight across. So the officials will extend the chain. And they're getting down. It is short. They gave the ball back to Mifflin County.
Wow.
Huskies take over.
As the Mountain Lions are stopped for the first time tonight, they turn it over on downs at the 1.
Interesting.
3:39 to go here in the third quarter, and I believe, do we see a few different numbers out there? No, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's the same defense.
Same defense. So up front you got Deron Jones and Troutman. And the running back that time gets out of the end zone and does not get any yardage.
Met by Mosley, who was run blitzing on the play, and barely, Schaefer barely got out of the end zone, back to the line of scrimmage. As a defense, you're licking your chops trying to get that safety here.
Mifflin County's down to 10 seconds on the clock. Again, they're going in shotgun formation from their own end zone. And here comes the blitz, a quick throw to the outside. It's a wide receiver screen and defensive play there. That's a nice play by Tyson Reed as he went around the blocker and tackled the receiver after only a 3-yard gain. So that was Wilson.
Gain of 3. Third down and 7.
And what number was Wilson?
He's 18, I think.
Thank you, sir.
But it just, Eichhorn just doesn't have the time, so he's throwing those quick little bubble screens
before they actually develop.
Right.
So here comes the run blitz again. Miller coming from the backside, and that one was hit out of the air. Good defensive play by Zach Reimer as he batted the ball down from the Mifflin County receiver, which is going to put it at a 4th and 7 on their own 4. 2:06 to play in the third quarter. The Mountain Lion defense holds, and after a punt from Seckler, again the left-footed kicker, he's also a wide receiver. He can't get his full steps in because the ball's not at the 5. Short punt, he drops it, and it was almost blocked, but short punt, and it takes an Altoona bounce and is at the 32, and Tyson Reed picks it up and runs down to the 29.
Oh, geez.
So it looked like Mifflin County was going to wait and try to let the ball roll another yard or two. Tyson Reed just scooped in, grabbed the ball, and tried to get past them. He got past the first 2, but the third one tackled him at the 29, and they're going to put him right at the 30.
Yeah, they just put it on. That drives me crazy. It's like back when it was 1942, whenever the lines were crooked and barely on there, yeah, I see why you would do that. But now these fields are so well marked, you should just put the ball where it lies. I mean, I hate that. But it's still a thing that officials are basically taught to do. Kind of started it, if it's close to the line, put it on the line.
Ooh, this one goes to Reed around the end, and he's got an alley. He gets the first down. He tries to sidestep a couple guys and gets brought down at the 11. Let's see, is it the 11? No, it's the 12, so he gets 19 yards on that run.
That's a gain of 18.
And the key to me about when those receiving backs come across, we have run Yost or Mosley so much, like diving straight up the middle, or free wall keeps. So this time all the action's going in one way, and that receiver takes it back going the other way. It's almost like a counter. And this time, Freewall is just going to take the ball.
Slick ball handling. Everybody thought Yost had the ball again, and Freewall just kept it. 12-yard touchdown run from Freewall. Extra point away from the 35-point differential roll.
Well, this is the biggest play of the night. If this 1 point is the difference in a running clock or not. So Freewall gets his 3rd touchdown this evening, an 11-yard run, or 12-yard run, excuse me.
How many yards does he have rushing?
Give me 1 second as Palilla puts it right through the middle of the uprights. And we are now going after the kickoff. It will be a running clock from here on out. Regardless, if Mifflin County scores 2 or 3 touchdowns, the clock will still keep going on everything but a change of possession, a touchdown, and a few other areas. So that is 142, and I will look for you in 1 second as soon as I keep my stats up to date.
He's definitely had some decent runs today.
7 carries, 52 yards, 3 touchdowns.
So the touchdowns are way up, but he's averaged 50 a game the first 2 games. So that's about on par with what he's done.
Well, of the 7 carries, he has 3 of them over 10 yards.
It just seemed deceiving. All the touchdown runs were very nice. The quarterback sneak was fine too, but the other 2 lone touchdown runs were 15 and 12 or whatever they were. They were nice, wide open runs. So he's done a very good job this year. And I said this earlier, of making the right reads, and that's what this whole offense is all about.
So the Mountain Lions have 295 yards rushing.
It's a good effort, and there's a minute 40 left in the 3rd still.
And Freewall is 3 of 4 for 17 yards. So here's the kick. Palilla puts it deep. It's down. It takes a bounce at the 2 and goes into the end zone. So that time they didn't want a chance running it out and not getting to the 20.
It's a good thing for them it didn't bounce backwards.
So Schaefer decided just to let it go, and Mifflin County will start. And we're going to see an entirely different defense than we have seen so far tonight. I recognize some guys from offense, but I don't think we've seen them play defense yet tonight. I think that's Harrington at middle linebacker. Sears, one of the...
George Jackson Shepard is in linebacker.
You got Colin Height. This time it's run up the middle, and good defense. They keep Schaefer to, what are we going to give him, 3 yards?
Yep. Marcus Amrine in there, number 59. He's actually hobbling off right there.
Well, 57 is Seamus Sumac. 67 is Ricky Baptista Ortiz.
Jake Corso at defensive end. So some new guys in there.
Mar-Amy Ballas is back at free safety. And here comes a little reverse. And that's going to pick up about 8 to 10 yards and a first down.
Isaac Wilson on the carry there. He's been held pretty much in check in the receiving game. He's come in 10 catches, 108 yards, and a touchdown as their leading receiver for Mifflin County, but not much today.
Well, that's their biggest play of the night, 10 yards. This one goes back. Is that Schaefer again? And he keeps his legs pumping for 5'9", 155. Whether he's going forward or backwards, his legs are pumping downfield.
That's the quarter.
So the Mountain Lions have a 35-0 lead heading to the 4th quarter against Mifflin County. And Mifflin County just picked up their 2nd first down on the evening, right after the Mountain Lions scored their 5th touchdown.
So Mid-Penn Commonwealth tonight. Carlisle is at William Penn. Chambersburg is at Waynesboro. Chambersburg picked up a win last week. Central Dauphin 0-2. When's the last time, imagine that. They're at Coatesville, which is typically another tough team to play. Chambersburg's at Waynesboro. Central Dauphin at Coatesville.
Now, Central Dauphin is a very good team. They've just played very, very good teams.
Very right. Cumberland Valley at Springford. Hollidaysburg at State College, we mentioned, and Northeastern at Central Dauphin East. And then tomorrow, Manheim Township is at Harrisburg. Harrisburg always plays that Saturday afternoon game.
Yeah, they do not have lights at their stadium.
Then next week, everybody will be playing conference games for the rest of the season, pretty much, the last 7 weeks.
There's a holding penalty.
Yep.
The ball's thrown over the middle, and did Harrington pick it off?
He did.
Harrington picked off the ball.
Interception
Nope, they're saying that it hit the ground.
by M.J. Harrington. Flag on the play.
They're not giving it to him.
They're saying that it bounced, but the flag will take the ball back. So instead of
It was ruled incomplete,
a 2nd and 7,
and there's a flag.
it's going to go back from the 30 down to the 20
That's going to be a big penalty.
because it's from the spot foul. And one of the Mountain Lions looked like he was getting around the defender and getting to Eichhorn, and the defender turned him sideways and spun him. And it was quite obvious that it was a holding.
Replay, second
That's
down.
like a 17-yard penalty.
Yeah, so it's going to be now 2nd and 19. Carlisle's beating William Penn 26-20 in the second quarter. Deep pass over the middle, and again, it's almost picked off. This time, it was Amir Amy Ballos, who was playing center field, and he came across and tried to pick off the ball. A couple other Mountain Lions were short. So it's now 3rd and 24. Again, even though it's an incomplete pass, that clock is moving. So you said Central Dauphin started 0-2. They could be going to 0-3 as Coatesville is out in front 21-14. Chambersburg beating Waynesboro 7-0 at half. Cumberland Valley beating Springford 14-8. State College beating Hollidaysburg 30-3 at halftime.
Wow.
There's a quick receiver screen, and it actually is the running back in the flat, and he gets, of the 24 he needed, he got, we say 19?
Yeah, it looks like 19 maybe.
19-yard gain.
It's 4th and about 4.5.
So Mifflin County is obviously just going to go for it. Mountain Lions out in front, 35-0. There's a quick pass, and it is caught, and the first down is awarded. That is to number 3. And
Dupree Reed.
so Dupree Reed gets an 8-yard gain.
It's the first time we heard his name tonight. He's come in with catching a couple balls, four catches, 52 yards for Mifflin County.
Well, he caught 2. He caught 1 early in the game, and then that one.
Oh, did he catch one earlier? I missed that one. He must have had one of those screen passes, huh?
Yes. That was really the only positive yardage in the first half. Schaefer takes the ball. He cuts to the right. He gets around the end and tackled about the 44
That's
of the Mountain Lions.
14. Who's 14? Joshua Cruz from Mifflin County into the ball game at running back there. I didn't even notice that.
I didn't either. So 14, you said Cruz. And that's an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2. Twins both ways. And a bad snap. And that's not Eichhorn anymore either. And there's the ball again.
Ball
and this
comes out again.
Looked like a rugby match for a second. But the scrum is finally tackled at the 39 or 40? 39. Who's the new quarterback? Is that number 3?
4.
4, Logan Parks. So Mifflin County decided to put in their backups with 8:36 to go. That was a big loss. They were at a 2nd and 2, and now it's 3rd and 23. So that's a loss of 21 on a fumble that they recovered. And up the middle goes the running back, number 14. That's a new number. Oh, no, that's Cruz again.
It's Cruz again, yeah.
So he gets back most of the penalty yardage, and it is now 4th and 7. So that was a 16-yard gain.
On the carry.
And again, Mifflin County is just going to stay out on a 4th and 7 at the 49. Parks again is your new quarterback. Cruz the running back. Trips to the left. And they're looking for the receiver out of the backfield, and it's hit out of the quarterback's hands, and it is picked up by the defense.
Couldn't keep his feet.
Now that could have been a touchdown, and that's Harrington. So he didn't get the interception, but he is going to get a fumble recovery after the Parks tried to throw the ball, but it was hit before his arm came forward, and the Mountain Lions will take over. And Harrington will get a fumble recovery. And the ball at the 30-yard line. So once the clock was set, it starts again. 7:23 to go, 4th quarter. Mountain Lions out in front.
We've got a new quarterback in there. I have no idea who that is. 30-something? Number 39?
For the Mountain Lions.
A quarterback?
We don't even have a 39 on the roster. Sorry, we don't know who you are. Jackson Shepard is the tailback. So Shepard will get the ball. He'll cut to the left. He's keeping his feet moving. He's going to pick up. We'll give him 2.
So we got some new guys in there.
Jackson Shepard on the carry.
If we can find out who
38 was in there, which we don't have a 38 either. 82. That's Alex Strawmeyer. We got to get him in there. That's my nephew.
Again, Shepard takes the ball. This time he finds a nice hole.
Gets it down to the 13.
And he
Good
goes.
job.
Actually, we'll give him the 12 because he's inside that box, which is right at the 13. So that's a 15-yard gain for Jackson Shepard.
Number 9, Josiah Treese in there.
I don't know who 39 is. I'm trying to see what some of the backup quarterbacks are.
Number 13, Dylan DeGennaro in there at receiver.
Dominic D'Antonio. He's a freshman. Betwee's not there. Harrington's one of the other quarterbacks. So yeah, I'm not sure who that one is.
Number 70, Thomas Cron. Number 73, Big Mike Owolade.
So that's a loss of 3 on that last one.
21, Zach Reimer in there.
Austin McKnight. Gain 2.
5:27. Wings and 2 receivers. Again, is that Shepard? Is that Jackson Shepard? We'll see afterwards.
Yep.
Yes, Jackson Shepard gets the ball and gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. So he'll pick up 3. So we're 3rd and 10. I doubt you're going to try to kick a field goal here. Up 35-0. So it is probably 2 down territory. Quarterback number 9 keeps the ball. Goes from the 12 down to about the 7. We're going to have to try to figure out who that is.
Is that Dante LaRocco, I think, is 39. So, freshman quarterback. He has number 10 on his helmet, but he has 39 on his jersey. That might be our indicator there. Yeah. Got a text from Buddy Hatch, a friend of mine who's listening. He can see that on TV. My 55-year-old eyes can't see that from up here.
So they do decide to give Palilla a little practice and let him kick a field goal. So officially, the field goal will be a
24 yards, I think.
24 is what I thought.
So the Mountain Lions get that field goal. Hey, the young guys can drive it down there and get some points too, right? I don't know why LaRocco has that number on, but maybe there's a story there.
Well, unless the double numbers, because Cameron Myers is a senior, is also 10.
Yeah, he's not dressing though, because he hurt his knee last week. So, yeah, who knows? I mean, there's probably a story there.
So the Mountain Lions, after a fumble recovered by Harrington, used some running by Jackson Shepard to get down, and then Ian Palilla kicks his 3rd field goal of the year. This time he kicks it down to the 3. Again, the numbers, these are new numbers that are running the ball. I think that's 85. There's not an 85 on their roster. 89.
89.
89. Landon High. Landon Haig, sorry. So 3:49 left in the game, 38-0. We'll see if we can look at a couple other scores while we're waiting for the change of possession. Chambersburg added a field goal to now go up 10-0 on Waynesboro. Central Dauphin East has going for their first victory. They're up 20-0 on Northeastern at the half. In the Laurel Highlands locally, BG 41-0 over Somerset at half. Pencambria and Central are tied 28-28 in the 3rd.
That's like the marquee game of the weekend.
That is the big game of the weekend. Bedford 36-0 over Westmont in the 3rd. Richland 31-0 over McCourt. Central Cambria 28-0 over Johnstown. So every game but that Pencambria Central game is blowouts. Deep ball over the middle and almost picked off that time. We don't have a 26 on the roster, and I can't see the numbers on the side of the helmet.
Amy Ballas, number 19, had a chance to get that again. He's had several chances. Yeah, we don't have a 26.
Let's see some other local games. Tyrone's beaten Phillipsburg 42-0. Bellwood beaten Kerwinsville 28-14. Now the running back breaks to the outside. Good defensive play. I'm not sure if that was Colton Height or Logan Zisk. Zitzkoff.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would guess it's probably Zitzkoff at this point of the game.
Initial hit, number 6, Colton Height.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We hit the 2-minute
It's
warning,
one of those
and
two.
the clock is still running.
4th and 2 on the 26, 1:47 and running.
Again, we do not have a 2-minute warning in high school football, but almost a perfect evening for the Mountain Lions. Really the only disappointment was that they got stopped at the 1-yard line and turned the ball over on downs. Other than that, everything has gone their way. And there's another quarterback out there on the opposite side. That's number 28, Fletcher Wilson. And it is now, they're going to kick.
That was fourth down. So the Mountain Lions will probably take over and get victory formation going here.
The clock should start as soon as the ball is set ready for play. So the Mountain Lions realistically have to snap it once.
And they're putting their starting quarterback in to kneel it, I think.
Yeah, most of it is their starting offense because they're just going to take a knee twice. So they should wait. So the student sections are cheering. I believe that we will win.
They're going out on a limb there with a minute left, up 38-0. I think they might be correct.
I was going the same place.
Yeah.
So, you know, an overall perfect evening for football, and it couldn't have gone better for the Mountain Lions, as they pretty much exert their will on the Mifflin County Huskies. Quickly, we'll go through some of the scoring. While we're waiting for the last 47 seconds to roll off, the Mountain Lions will only have to snap it once. Mountain Lions opened up the scoring on the opening drive as Brennan Freewall, 3-yard quarterback sneak up the middle with 6:07 to go in the first quarter. They got the ball right back, and Freewall again scored from the 15 to make it 14-0. That was with 11:21 to go in the second quarter. And then the Mountain Lions turned it on as a reverse to Chris Sewer. Gave them a 15-yard touchdown and a 21-0 lead. And then Alex Yost closed the scoring right before half, 58 seconds, with his own 8-yard touchdown. So the Mountain Lions went out front 28-0, stopped the
clock finally ran out right there. Everybody quit like with 20 seconds to go. That's amazing. Yeah.
So the Mountain Lions put the final points up on the board. Freewall again, a 12-yard run with 1:42 in the third to get the running clock, and then a turnover. That was a fumble recovery by Harrington, led to a Palilla 24-yard field goal. And that is it on the evening. The Mountain Lions moved to 3-0, welcoming State College for the first game in the Commonwealth Division next week, as you know, they now will go into the Mid-Penn and have a harder schedule, Chris.
Yeah, and it's, you know, this is the non-conference schedule here is typically a bit easier than the Mid-Penn schedule. And that is definitely the case this year. So the more challenging games begin next week. And, you know, not to take anything away from their 3-0 start, it's been a very good start. They've maintained, their health. They've been relatively healthy. They've executed. They went 3-0. They still have some things to work on. They had some penalties tonight. You know, that's a point of emphasis probably this week in practice, a talking point. And so they have things to work on and get better. And by all accounts, State College is the real deal, up big on Hollidaysburg already tonight.
Yeah, 30-0 at half. So two quick little statistics. The Mountain Lions rushed for over 330 yards, and as we said, 5 touchdowns. But while the Mountain Lion first team defense was out there, Mifflin County had 2 first downs and less than 20 yards total. So, you know, the defense did a great job. There was the Adams interception, the Harrington fumble recovery, Manny Miller's sack, and, you know, you can just go on and on. The line played incredible on both sides of the ball. The quarterback, you know, Eichhorn had thrown very consistently over those first couple games, but he was not able to do anything as he had no time, because that rush and the blitz of the Mountain Lions just, you know, forced the Huskies out of their game, and the Mountain Lions win tonight 35-0. Once again, I'd just like to say for the MLTV crew that put this all together, Mr. Sipes and his students, Caleb Fries, Noah Fries, Ben Shank, Aiden Miller, Mason Dale, Mary Stoltz, and Samantha Hopkins, thank you very much. I'm Jim Abbott, along with Chris Strawmeyer. Final score this evening, the Altoona Mountain Lions 35, the Mifflin County Huskies nothing. 38-0. Sorry, 38 for the Mountain Lions, nothing. No score for the Huskies. Thanks for coming out tonight, and if you're watching it in a replay, thank you for listening to us and seeing our games. we will have a outstanding evening, and we'll see you next week here. Again, it's on WJAC against State College, and we'll be back with you in mid-November or mid-October for our next home game after that. Now over to Mr. Sipes.